over here. Okay, the recording is started. And sorry about my dog. 36. Okay. Start streaming. Public streaming will start soon, it says. Oh, okay. Here we go. Let's go find this video so that I can share it. I think I'm live anyway. View your channel. Hey, Snacks. I just got the YouTube up and I'm going to share that. Y'all, it's my first time, okay? There's a first time for everything. The Instagram is easy peasy. This one is, you know, there I am. Great. All right, let me share this. And here is the full boost. Don't worry. I got it. Y'all are like, what is happening? I will do better next time. I promise. Team Better. Daily boost. We'll talk about what Team Better is in just a second. And I got to do one more share here. So much sharing. Here we go. Okay. Oh, that didn't go anywhere. What in the world? Yeah, I mean, I did experiment prior to it. Okay, there we go. And I believe I dropped the Google Meet link somewhere. So if anybody wants to come. Oh, okay. Welcome. Those of you that don't know who I am, I'm Tara Priolo. I'm your resident white-facing, biracial, multi-passionate musician. I talk about the ish that nobody wants to talk about and push you to do the same. Today, I'm doing Daily Boost as part of Love in Action Network. So Daily Boost is what it sounds like it is. We meet daily and we talk about things that are important. So today we're going to talk about challenges, we're going to talk about expectations, and we're going to talk about rest. And I'm going to share that all with you. If you're on the back end on the YouTube, you will see I'll share some posts and etc. Comments are welcome. If you want to pop into the Google Meet, you certainly can if you are part of Love in Action Network. And if you are not a member of Love in Action Network, but you want to chat with us all day long, every day, or you want to just come in and mute the chats and talk when you want, either way is fine. You can go to lovedandlovable.org to find out that information. Click on the membership and you'll be able to find your way around. If you're interested in learning more about me, you just go to tarapriolo.com/links and that will get you all where you need to go. If you are on Instagram, it's my link in bio. If you are on YouTube, it's also my link in bio. And you can also find the link to Love in Action Network there as well. Okay, great. Phenomenal. So let's get started because I'm going to do a shorter boost, or at least I'm going to try to keep it shorter because we did already read some of this. So typically boosts are cards, reading, and then Melody Beatty. And I know we did read Melody Beatty yesterday. Oh, and chakras. So we will be talking about the chakra briefly. I don't think we really went over it yesterday, so I'll just re-go over it today. But let me make sure that I has it. Today is Saturday. But where I want to start is I'm going to learn how to share my screen momentarily by clicking the button. So those of you that don't know, there's two accounts on Instagram that I love to follow. And these are We the Urban and Black Liturgy. So I actually have posts from both of them today. I was only going to do We the Urban, but I decided that it would be good to do both. So we have a We the Urban post here, that the affirmation for the day on the We the Urban post that was posted yesterday. I embrace change as a natural part of life, confident in my ability to flourish in new beginnings. And this stuck out to me because we've been talking about challenges all week. We've been talking about sort of like moving through this energy. Some people believe in the new moon energy. I'm not really sure that I believe in it, but that doesn't matter. We've been talking about moving through changes and challenges. And so I thought that this was a nice post to bring forward. So it's 9 things about moving forward. The first one says, replace I should have known with now I know better. Forgive yourself because self-shame is self-sabotage. Self-shame is self-sabotage. We've talked a lot about self-sabotage this week as well. So I just wanted to recenter that one. The first person you need to be loyal to is yourself. The first person you need to be loyal to is yourself. We've been talking about this all week as well. The circular, like, and we're going to get to this. We're going to get to the expectations, the thing that is showing up in my DMs of an expectation of how other people should act. Those are your ideals, right? And so the first person that you need to be loyal to in your boundaries is yourself, right? If you're not even following your own boundaries, your own expectations, your own beliefs, what are you doing? You're not loyal to yourself in terms of making sure that you are moving in the way that you want to move. What are you even doing? You know, be loyal to yourself first. And that doesn't mean that you have to cut off the rest of the world. It just means that you are taking you to heart. I said we were going to get into it later. Okay. Here's another one. And these are the ones I love. All right. We're releasing things today on this day of rest. I release. I release the fear of change. I release the fear of success. I release the fear of failure. I release the fear of rejection. I release the fear of not being enough. We all know we are enough. I release the fear of my own power. We talked about this in Waiting to Exhale last night. I release the fear of being known. I literally saved a voice memo last night, y'all, that I sent to Dr. Flo. And in that voice memo, and the reason I saved it was because I was going to listen back to it today, which I haven't yet, but I was wondering if I was arguing for my limitations. Because he had suggested something and I was like, I don't know about that, you know? So I wanted to make sure that I wasn't arguing necessarily for my limitations or the fear of being known, right? So I'm going to review that later and maybe I'll put it in a chat somewhere. I release the fear of being, nope, that's not what it says. I release the fear of the unknown. Remember, we just have to take the first step, the thing that we can see. I release the fear of my future. I release the fear of being wrong. I release the fear of being too much. Rachel K. Albers says all the time, rebrand too much to so much. Rebrand too much to so much. Okay. I release the fear of asserting myself. Here's one that we talked about in Waiting to Exhale last night as well. I release the fear of asking for help. We can all ask for help. We all need to ask for help. It is not just us. It's not just us, right? We are loyal to ourselves, but we cannot do it alone. We cannot do it alone. Cannot do it alone. I release the fear of facing my emotions. We use emotion wheels in Love and Action Network. Go to lovedandlovable.org. I release the fear of being seen. You have to want to be seen. You have to want to be seen. And if you don't want to be seen, you won't be seen. That's the way it goes. I release the fear of effing up. I release the fear of lacking money. I release the fear of being loved. You are loved and lovable. I release the fear of losing people. That part. We release what does not serve us, right? Even if that's people. I release the fear of starting anew. And I release the fear of being forgotten. Yes, that loved part. Yes, yes. These are great. This is why I love We the Urban. Again, those of you on the YouTube, you can see this being shown. So the next slide, it's a little hard to explain, but it's like little circles that are in different colors. And it says, surrender to what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. Okay. The whole point of life is to change, to evolve, and to grow. Don't resist it. Embrace it. Here's another good one. Where you are is not who you are. I think a lot of us get a little trapped in what we do as being who we are. That's not true. You bring who you are to what you do, right? Sending love to everyone feeling lost and self-critical after a period of experiencing the worst of their mental health. Give yourself grace and recognize your effort, no matter how small. I'm proud of you for doing your best to be okay. Love in Action Network, for those of you that don't know, is a mental health network. However, none of us are trained therapists. So if you need that kind of help, please seek professional help. All right. There's a couple more here. I'm seeing which ones. Okay. I'm just going to read the last one. Say it with me. What is meant for me will find me. As long as I am making choices that put me in its path. Let's read that again. What is meant for me will find me. As long as I am making choices that put me in its path. And hello, Flo. I am on YouTube. I am on Google Meet. Y'all be where you want to be. Let me know if you need links. Anyway, one more time. One more time for the people in the back and for your heart. What is meant for me will find me. As long as I am making choices that put me in its path. I'm going to read that last part one more time. One more time. One more time, folks. As long as I am making choices that put me in its path. Remember all those, I release the fear of being seen. I release the fear, right? Let's go back a couple slides, folks. Where's my release slide? I release the fear of being wrong. I release the fear of being seen. I release the fear of the unknown. I release the fear of being known. I release the fear of my own power. Right? The first person you need to be loyal to yourself. Nope, that's not what it says. Hang on. The first person you need to be loyal to is yourself. Right? Release what released you. These are so good. Y'all go follow this account, Read the Urban. All right. Let me get to Black Liturgies, because this is a day of rest in Love in Action Network. For those of you that don't know, it's a day of rest, but I am doing a short boost today because why not? I work on Saturdays lightly. So there's a second post today, y'all. I told y'all at the beginning, I was only going to share the We the Urban post. Okay, I was only going to share the way they are post. And then right before I came live, I was like, oh my gosh, look at this Black Liturgies post that has synergy with us today. And those of you on the YouTube, you're able to see this. Okay, so Black Liturgies is like the love of my life. It's the love of my life. I love this account. I love that it gives us prayers. I love that it gives us, I love it. I love it. Love it. Okay. Oh, and let me check the YouTube for any commentary. Oh my gosh, Flo, you're over here. Hello. Close. I'm so sorry. Oh, you found me here too. Look at you all. I see you all. Yes. 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 Where I am is not who I am. Yes. Thank you. I feel like I'm going to do one thing while I'm over here. Okay. Flo, please accept my voluntold. Please accept my voluntold. Okay. All right. So here we go. Black Liturgies. Today is on rest. Also, this person the other day was just so vulnerable and was like, I have this book and it's weird to market it when there's a genocide. And I was like, you're right. You're right. It's weird. It's weird to market. It's weird to market. I will check the YouTube comments more frequently, y'all. So sorry about that. Okay. Rest will never feel urgent to those who don't understand the violence of exhaustion. One more time. One more time. Rest will never feel urgent to those who don't understand the violence of exhaustion. And I'll wait for it because they're going to smack us over the head. Okay, Cole's going to smack us over the head. In a world that uses the body as currency, rest is a sacred defiance, a reminder that we will not be owned. We will not be owned. We will not be owned, folks. In a world that uses the body as currency, rest is a sacred defiance. It is a sacred defiance, a reminder that we will not be owned. On the next page, Cole gives us a quote from Rest is Resistance, which is by Trisha Hersey? I don't know. Anyway, I believe the powers that be don't want us rested because they know that if we rest enough, we are going to figure out what is really happening and overturn the entire system. Abolition. Exhaustion keeps us numb, keeps us zombie-like, and keeps us on their clock. Overworking and the trauma of burnout continues to degrade our divinity. Capitalism, crapitalism, white supremacy, war, violence. These are all things that keep us exhausted. The 24-second news cycle. Why do you think it's built that way? Why do you think social media is built to be short content, to only hold your attention for 1 second or 7 seconds or 20 seconds? It is to keep you exhausted. It is to keep you scrolling. It is to keep you in this loop of absolute exhaustion and burnout so that you do not really realize what is happening and overturn the entire system. Rest gives us clarity. Rest gives us clarity. The system works as it is designed to work. Next slide, by one of our favorites, Octavia Butler. There is no end to what a living world will demand of you. See why I like Black Liturgies? Like, y'all, listen. Smack you, just get you. They get you, all right? All right. And so here we're going to breathe. We do this in Waiting to Exhale. Those of you that join us in Waiting to Exhale, if you need the links to that, again, lovedandlovable.org, or you can hit up my link in bio and find that link there as well. Inhale. I close my eyes so I might see. Exhale. I am liberated into rest. Let's do that one more time, y'all. Inhale. I close my eyes so I might see. Exhale. I am liberated into rest. Last one. Inhale. I can rest without apology. Exhale. We will not be owned. Inhale. I can rest without apology. Exhale. We will not be owned. We will not be owned. I'll let that land. I'm going to check some comments. Hey, Starlight. If someone can grab attendance for me, that would be wonderful on the halos, because I see Snacks, I see Flo, I see Starlight, I see the people. Okay, and we will not be owned. That's the quote of the day, y'all. When I saw that, we will not be owned. We will not be owned. I will be liberated into rest. I will be liberated. I will be liberated into rest, and we will not be owned. Without apology, I can rest. Yes. Yes. Thank you for the attendance. Okay, I'm going to riff a little bit. Y'all know I said earlier, I'm going to riff on expectations. I'm going to riff because I'm seeing this thing. I'm seeing this thing in my comment sections, in my question boxes, in my DMs of people driving themselves mad, driving themselves into a tizzy, into burnout, out of joy and overflow, because they have expectations that other people are not following. And where did we start today? The only person you need to be loyal to is yourself. We talked about this a few weeks ago in Perspective with Melody. We can have an expectation of ourselves on how we should act and how we can act, right? But other people don't necessarily have to follow that expectation, right? Because think about this in the binary, right? I am the only one that is right because I have this expectation of how other people in my life should act. Or they are wrong. How is that conducive to building a new world? How is that conducive to what is after? You are loyal to your own expectations. You can act in that way, but you cannot control other people. You cannot control other groups. You cannot control other communities. You cannot even control the people that you are closest in community with. You can't control your significant other. You can't control your child. You can't control your dogs. You cannot control. Expectation is control. You have to let that go. That is something that you have to deconstruct and decolonize. You have to, right? Especially if it's making you spiral, especially if it is putting you in an aspect of like, I just don't understand the world. I can't talk. I can't do this. I can't da 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 da. And welcome, Sana. I know the page is private, but like, y'all, great person to follow. Okay. You just can't. Also, all the people that I've mentioned in this live, great people to follow. You know. Anyway, these expectations are your downfall. These expectations are your downfall. Because riddle me this. Riddle me this. It's so lovely to see you again. So lovely to see you again. Let me know if you need anything. How are you going to change them? How are you going to change them? How does it serve you to worry so much about expectation that you have for another person that you burn out? That you cannot continue to talk about ceasefire now, that you cannot continue to talk about the genocides in the world, that you cannot continue to talk about how much capitalism harms every single one of us. How does it serve you to place your expectations on other people in the world? You cannot change them. I'm so sorry to tell you. You cannot change them. You cannot change even the people closest to you. The only thing you can do is lead through embodiment. Lead through your expectations. Lead through your boundaries. Lead through your beliefs. Lead through your morals. This is the only thing that you can do, because you cannot control anyone else's growth, anyone else's expectation, or anyone else's thoughts. That is what capitalism and white supremacy seek to do. To control the thought. Right? So release your expectation of what things and what other people should be looking like. That is a white supremacist ideal that was planted in you because you live in this world. And I really need you all to get that, because it is so easy to fall. It's so easy to fall into these things that we were taught. It is so easy to neglect decolonization and deconstruction. It is so easy to use white supremacist talking points as a marginalized person, as a person that hasn't quite gotten all the way free, because none of us are free. None of us are free until we're all free, and the world ain't free. Right? So sure, place some expectations on yourself. Place some expectations on yourself. Embody the way that you want to show up in the world, that feels good to you, that feels joyful, that puts you in your overflow, that allows you to continue to speak out about these genocides, about freeing the world, about humanity, about liberation, about politics, about whatever, about music. But do not place that on other people. Do not place it on other people. I'm gonna check comments on both places. Yes, lovedandlovable.org. Join us daily for these boosts. Waiting to exhale, a space where you can vent. Dr. Flo and I will be offering a masterclass every week that we'll be planning. So those will be vocal masterclasses, or they might be deconstruction junction. They might be liberation. They might be activist. You can hear me preach some more about joy as our revolution on my free 99 plus masterclasses. Okay. Brief ad break before we move into Melody Beatty and I close us out today. And those of you that are members of Love and Action Network, again, if you have anything to say, please feel free to put that in the comments. And of course, anybody that's watching can put these in the comments. But if you want to utilize your voce as we liberate everyone's voce, feel free to pop into the Google link. It is in the Daily Boost chat. Yes. Okay. Let's wrap this baby up, folks. So I know Dr. Flo read this yesterday. Oh, wait. My friends, we forgot. We got 15 minutes. I said I was maybe going to be here for 45, okay? I was maybe going to be here for 45. We got 15 more minutes. 15 more minutes. 15 more minutes. Before we get to Melody, before we close it out with Melody knocking us over the head. We're going to talk about the crown chakra, my friends. We're going to talk about the crown chakra. Now, y'all know, some of y'all watching this are like, Tara, you ain't woo-woo. I don't know what you're talking about. Why are you talking about the chakras? Okay, let me just tell y'all, there are lots of tools in this world that we can use. There are lots of tools in this world that we can use to make ourselves feel better, to seek comfortable emotions, to liberate ourselves. Right? Some people use crystals, some people use mirrors, some people use candles, some people use baths, some people use whatever. The chakra is just a tool. Okay. So today, if this is your first time here and you're like, girl, I don't know about any of this, we do the 7-day chakra. Okay. So there's a different chakra for every day. We are finalizing in our crown chakra today, right? Oh, that scared me. That was my dog. It's okay. Everything's fine. Don't y'all worry. We start in the root chakra, which will restart tomorrow in the waiting to exhale room that I believe is scheduled at, Dr. Flo, would you confirm in the chat? And I will say that later. So the crown chakra, think about it. It's at the top of your head. Yesterday, we were talking about the third eye chakra. We've talked about the heart chakra. We've talked about the throat chakra, which is like Thursdays are a favorite day. Wednesdays are a favorite day for me. We talked about the solar plexus chakra. We've talked about and the sacral chakra. And last Sunday, we talked about the root chakra. Okay. So the crown chakra, the connection with your spirit. I hope that did not pause. I am still here. It tried to close on me. Y'all let me know if I'm still here. Anyway, I know I'm still here on Instagram. But all right. So crown chakra, the connection with your spirit. Your spirit doesn't have to be all woo-woo up in the sky. It doesn't got to be sky daddy. It doesn't even got to be an ancestor. It doesn't got to be an angel. Your connection with your spirit. It rises, right? It rises. Thank you. Thank you, Starlight. Yes, 12:30 Central Time tomorrow. Okay. For the crown chakra, we are in purple. The royal color, those of you on Instagram, some of you know that I use purple as my activist color. It is the color of Black Lives Matter because it is royal. We're thinking about the crown, my friends. We're thinking about the crown, okay? It is royal. Wisdom, tranquility, intuition. Like I said, royalty, respect, right? I always imagine when we talk about thank you for green. When we talk about the crown chakra, I literally always imagine Angela Bassett in Black Panther. Like the most regal person. Or maybe South Africa at the ICJ. Right? That's what I imagine. And I love a purple. I'm not wearing purple today, but find some purple in your room. I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan, so there's rarely not purple in my room. So my husband's coat is right over there, but find some purple in your room. Allow that to fill you with this royalty energy. And as we were talking about, how can you embody the crown? How can you embody purple? How can you embody regalness? And hello, Myrtle. We love Myrtle. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We're finishing up. Yes, Angela Bassett is tremendous. And yes, South Africa. Yes. You know what? let's no, we're not doing that here. You can come to Lotus what is it called? Late night sacks with me. And we talk about it. We talk about the Vikings love, okay? We talk about it. Anyway, that's Myrtle. Angela has been the one, child. So how can you embody this? Right? Some people like crystals. I said it earlier. I'm not a crystal person, but some people do. Okay. You can use selenite. You can use labradorite. You can use moonstone. I used to have a moonstone thing in my earball, but I lost it, y'all. Clear quartz, which also brief promo for electric strawberry. They are wonderful here. Very affirming environment if you're looking for a piercing. Okay. It says food, fresh air, which we can't really get in Minnesota. It's warmish, right? Sunlight. It's cloudy today, but we bring the warmth to each other. Nature and water. Y'all got your water? Y'all taking some water today? I told y'all at the beginning that I got my colonizer coffee. This is an off-brand, y'all. I got my colonizer coffee. I'm so sorry. We are striking in other ways. Okay. We are striking in other ways. What else did I miss? What is the affirmation of today? What is the affirmation, you ask? I understand, or I know. What did we learn today, folks? I understand that I am liberated to rest. I understand. Yeah, the colonizer coffee right here. Right here. It's right here. I understand that I cannot control other people. I understand that my work is far from done. I know. Wait for it. Y'all know it's coming. Wait for it. I know that joy is coming in the morning. I know deep in the center of my being, we have read that so many times. I know that joy is coming in the morning. When y'all gonna get with it? Who creates joy? Us. I know that we can make good trouble together. I know that I am whole and perfect and complete just as I am in this moment. What do you all know or understand? What do you all know or understand? Put it in the chat. I know. I understand. Yes, Starlight says, I know my prosperity and abundance. It's blocked out with this stupid little thing on the YouTubes. I can't read it. I know my prosperity and abundance of happiness is here. Yes. Believe it. Embody it. Y'all know I don't talk about this. I'm not a mindset coach, okay? I don't talk about this. I don't talk about this. Yes, Dr. Flo, I know I am loved and lovable. Yes. I know. I know I am powerful. Powerful beyond measure. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right, y'all. I'm going to move on to Melody. Y'all keep going with the affirmations. Move on to Melody. Melody's real short today. We're going to be out of here in 5 minutes, okay? Okay. All right. So, y'all know we've been talking about challenges all week, right? We've been talking about challenges all week, and I'll preview, next week. But we're on day 7. Dr. Flo read this yesterday and expressed some consternation about it. But I'm going to read it again. So it's a little uncomfortable. That you can't control other people. It's a little uncomfortable that you feel trapped. It's a little uncomfortable that people aren't speaking out. So it's a little uncomfortable. Stretch. Strain. See what you're capable of. You cannot know the depth of your power, the depth of your knowledge, the depth of your embodiment, the depth of your love, the depth of your joy, unless you stretch, unless you walk to the edge, right? And the prayer of the week: show me what I am capable of achieving with your help. Make me who I am meant to be. You are already meant to be, my friends. You already have people. You already have people around you. You already have the people. So while this prayer here, show me what I am capable of achieving with your help. Who is your help? Is it higher power? Is it God? Is it Allah? Or is it that person down the street? Is it your friend on the internet? Is it yourself? Who is it for you? Show me what I am capable of with your help. Show me what I am capable of with your help. Inner being, inner power, inner knowing, inner standing. Make me who I am meant to be. I would change that make me to help me remember who I was always meant to be. Help me remember who I was always meant to be. You were born to be important to someone. You were born to follow your heart. You were born to be a statement. You were born enough. You were born loved and lovable. You were born meant to be. Stop running from it. Let that rest on your heart, and let the rest liberate you. Take a breath. The only person you need to be loyal to is you. The only person that can give you expectation, or that you can place your expectations on, is you. The only person that can tackle your problems and your challenges is you. And you are meant to be, so therefore you can overcome them. Right? I'm going to read some of these I know affirmations, and welcome, Sahar. Okay. I know I am right where I am meant to be. Yes. Leading into the prayer. Yes. Starlight says, I understand my boundaries and other boundaries. Yes. And others' boundaries. Yes. Dr. Flo says, I understand how this all fits into my highest good. Yes. All about you. All right, y'all. I'm going to close with some announcements here. Now that I know all of my announcements. So next week, if you are not part of Love in Action Network, but this begins tomorrow, we will be moving with Melody Beatty into week 5 of the year, which is wild that we are already in week 5, which is called Inventory. And for whatever reason, I remember this week and I remember it hitting hard. All right. 52 weeks of conscious contact. That's what leads our discussions. Yes. Tomorrow, we will also be delving back into the root chakra with Starlight and Brentley Papiwata in a Twitter Spaces room or an X Spaces room at 12:30 Central, 1:30 Eastern, called Waiting to Exhale. Okay. You can find ways to connect with us in the back end. We are in super chats all weekend long, even during rest. Okay. And you can find those super chats at lovedandlovable.org. That link is also in my bio, tarapriolo.com/links. Okay. You can find the links to my Joy is the Revolution masterclass, my Lift Every Voice masterclass, as well as several other things. Delving into creative liberation and deconstruction junction with Dr. Flo. There is so much coming from Love in Action Network. And as I said on my Spill the Beans last night, I urge you, every single one of you, to find and create community. Not so that you can place your expectations on that community, but rather so that you can rest. Rather so that they can sing for you. Rather so that you can be loved. Right? That's all we ask. Find a community or build one. To be alone, it's not an option in this world. We need each other. We need each other. And we are stronger together by far. All right, y'all. I'm seeing comments. Thank you, Dr. Flo, for the promo, RSVP on the site to all events. Thank you for being here. I'm so happy to see you again. I'm so happy to see you again. Hey, KG Music. All right. So I'll be back on Wednesday. I'll probably be on with Dr. Flo on Tuesday, but we are switching some things up on daily boosts. So again, Love and Action Network, we are here daily with different people, with our leaders leading. Right? I'm thankful for all of you. I'm grateful for all of you. You call me to lead, so I do. You are all loved and lovable. Every single one of you. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free of all suffering. Go out and do some good work. Make some good trouble. And I love y'all hardcore. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Turning everything off, y'all.